Happy Friday. Is that repeating the same song? No, no, no. Okay. You've never seen me live before. Well, welcome. We go live every Friday from 7 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. This is Study Hall, and we'll talk about what we've been talking about at MTF school, and if you have questions about your own transition or things that you're proud of that you want to share, this is a great place for it. So yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, I started things like I did last week, where I had a glass full of juice and I knocked it all over my floor about 15 minutes ago. So yeah, glass did not break this time. Alex, not staying long. Hubby and I are in Lanzarote still. Much love though. Catch up soon. Thank you, Alex. Have a great night with your husband, your hubby, and thank you for joining. Always appreciate you. So yeah, my agenda. Yeah. Oh my God, hi, Brooke. So I usually warm up and get my nerves out by just kind of doing some life updates, and then we can kind of get into like MTF school stuff and stuff. Brooke is one of my best friends. She's awesome. So glad to see you. Hope you had a great week. Hope you had a great week, Brooke. Yes, I worked all day as I do on Fridays. Yesterday, I will say we had a particular scare. Actually, I think it was Wednesday. We had a particular scare at our store. Happy Pride. Love you too. We had a customer come up to the register. I was like out in the store, and the customer was like, "Hey, there's a gun in the bathroom." So the other cashier goes into the bathroom and grabs it with toilet paper and wraps it up, brings it back up. We're like, what the fuck do we do? And my friend, who's the manager on shift, she kind of handled it, but basically like called like the non-emergency dispatch line, and a police officer came to like pick it up, because we're like, we don't know who left it here. We don't know why it was here. We can only guess. We don't want to guess. We don't really want the answers. So this is what it was. So someone left a fucking Glock in the customer bathroom. And when the police officer got there, he's like, "Oh, that's fake. Who you gonna call?" Yeah, so it was fake. It was an airsoft gun. And that raises even more questions of why would someone bring a fake gun into a drugstore? Right, like, it didn't make any sense. And the worst part was, like, a couple hours later, like, in the afternoon, like, this happened in the morning. Later in the afternoon, some middle-aged guy shows up and is like, I forgot something here earlier. And my friend, who's the manager on shift, goes, "Oh, the police have it." So you can either go march your ass to the police station and explain why you brought a gun into a drugstore, or let go and let God and think about your life choices. Okay, oh my god, I'm so glad that I can see comments this week too. Last week I tried pinning a comment so that we could vote on like MTF school topics for this week, and I don't know if it was a glitch or the pinned comment hit everything. I swear to god, I like talked to myself for 3 hours because I was like, oh my god, no one commented. And that was not true. People were commenting and I felt so bad, and I had my notifications off. So people were DMing me, like Ahab, who joins on Fridays, DM'd me and was like, hey, I think it's not working. I missed it. So I got to 10 o'clock and was like, shh. Like, I missed everyone's comments for 3 hours. So apologies if you were here last week and you were trying to, you know, ask questions or like talk or share things about your life. So I can read comments. Yeah, so I also need to do some grounding, self-care. Sorry, my stuffed animal. I have this thing that Alex taught me pretty recently that I've been doing 9 times a day or more, which is like pinching the base of your thumb, and that is supposed to reset your automatic nervous system. I've had a lot of really, really good progress with my DID, and working with my EMDR therapist on how to intentionally break out of dissociation and stay focused. And that's helped me actually like get through my workday and be present for most of it instead of like half of it. So yes. So yeah. But so that's been good. I've been feeling really good. And what else? I've been trying this other thing for dissociation. It's just like kind of pretending I'm putting on sunscreen. So it gives my body some like physical comfort and some grounding. Yeah, so don't forget the SPF. Oh my gosh, Brooke, I'm gonna be up in Bangor next month. We'll have to hang out again. We'll have to go back to Duncan. I'm getting my hair done next month, like beginning of next month. So if you're around, I'd love to. I think I'm gonna be up a Tuesday and a Wednesday, so I could probably do after work. Sorry, I just saw crotch goblins. Sorry. Yes, absolutely, Brooke. Let's do it. We should go to Dream Charm Bar again too. I have no money for that, but it was so fun. Jade, sorry I left and came back. The babies are being absolute crotch goblins tonight. It's a Friday night. I don't blame them. But welcome back. Nice to meet you. Brooke, nothing better than the dunks. I will always make time. Thank you. I love our Dunkin' catch-ups. It's also like 90 today, like 88. Yeah. What other fun life updates? Oh, let me go into the other retail story of the week. This morning, sometime this afternoon, I don't know, time is an illusion, especially with DID. I literally don't realize time is passing. So I don't know when things happen. They just kind of happen, and then I figure it out later. So with the reintegration that I've been doing, I've been able to like not dissociate completely, like fully, and shut down and not be able to talk when customers are rude to me. And I've actually like been a little bit more in my skin and in my body, and you know, standing firm and being like, I don't need people to treat me like this. So I've started kind of fighting back against some customers, or like giving them like some resistance when they like try it. So this lady today, we like, mind you, I was like the only cashier for most of the day. Summer, all tourists, and like they were like, it was just nonstop, people coming up with full carts. I see this lady like 3 or 4 people back in line, and I was just like going, not even thinking, and I needed to like itch my nose or like something, so I grabbed a tissue and I just went like this. I threw the tissue out, I just kept ringing. She gets up to me finally, and like it's just like, can you hand sanitize your hands, because I watched you blow your nose. Like I was like, don't shoot. And it was basically so aggressive. Like she just started yelling at me like, I saw you blow your nose, you need to hand sanitize your hands before you touch anything. Mind you, then she pays in cash, which is like 90 times nastier than like, I didn't even blow my nose, it was a tissue that I went like that. So I started laughing, and then I felt really proud of myself for doing that, because I was like, you can't just like talk to people like that. Like, I don't know what these like old people think they can do. It's like retail is like where human decency goes to die, and I work with like some of the most entitled people I've ever met in my entire life. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait in line at all. So they come up and they treat me like shit. And I am so glad I left. And then she realized, because then they realize that they're, you know, being stupid, and they realize that they're like, you know, kicking the retail cashier who is just trying to help them. So I start laughing, and then I literally look at her like this for the rest of the transaction. And then she realizes that she's being a piece of shit, and then she's like, oh, uniform shirts must be nice to like not have to think about what you're gonna wear every day. And I go, hand her receipt, and she walks away. And I was like, and then I felt like crying. Like I got through it, and then I felt like crying, because I was like, that was just so unnecessary for her to yell at me. Get this woman a debit card. How dare I exhale? That's when you aim your nose at them and threaten them. I swear to God. And they're literally like people who will come up and be like, when I was working in the pharmacy, I had this lady come up and she's like, you need to use a Clorox wipe on that touch screen, like the, what do you call it? The touchscreen tappy thing where you put your card. She's like, you need to clean it off before I touch it. You're in a public place. Like, huh? So like at that point, I was still kind of trying to like just, you know, please people so that I would be less confrontation and less dissociation for me. So I did. I was like, sure, why not? Today I was like, the other thing, I'm going to get to your question, Brooke. I'm so sorry. The other thing that happened on, I think this was Monday, you know, again, our customer base is mostly like people past the age of 70, like deep into retirement, where like retirement is like their tea, like they don't, you know what I mean? So, your comments are delayed. Oh no. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Yeah, so on Monday, I had this old guy come up, and I was working with another cashier who's, I think, almost 70 or in his 70s. And someone's like, this guy's, the customer is like, to the other cashier, you live in the dream? And the older cashier is like, if I'm standing up, that means I'm living the dream. You don't even need to ask. Cut back to old customer being like, is part of the dream standing next to that young lady? And mind you, I'm in between them. And the other cashier goes, "That's part of it." Retail. And those are my retail stories for the week. Okay, Brooke, have you pulled any fun Pokemon cards as of late? Have I? That's a great question. I've pulled a little bit of Perfect Order, but I have been not, like, I don't really have the disposable income for a lot of Pokemon right now. I've still been master setting Destined Rivals, so I guess those are some of the most recent ones. What about you? Have you pulled anything? Let me see. The store I go to, Chromatic Dragon, they don't sell Unified Minds it's not 2019 anymore, AJ. 2026, we are talking about Destined Rivals. They don't sell Destined Rivals anymore, which sucks. But I was able to mostly master set it. But, yeah, thank you. So some of the cool stuff that I've pulled recently, my flex, is a lot of the full arts for Destined Rivals. I mean, obviously, it's going to be too expensive to try to keep pulling. You know, it's going to be too expensive to try to keep doing that, so, or buying the singles. So, these are my goodies that I will share. Oh yeah, I think Judge was probably one of the last ones I pulled. That was just like Mike Bobby, just like one pack, and it was in there. What else is there? Oh, Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. That was the last one I pulled. And then Arvin's Mavistiff, and I keep forgetting that's like a $90 card. That's insane. So yeah, so that's kind of been what's going on. My friend Terry gifted me, I'm not kidding, thousands of Pokemon cards. Like his whole, like all of his bulk from his collection, because he's like trimming down all of his hobbies. So he gave me thousands, and I've been just going through them and sorting them, and I'm gonna build decks. I really want to play the game again. Yes, oh my god, do you play the trading card game, Brooke? They also gave me, him and Jaina, they're like Mike and I's best friends, gave me that, like, stacks of Pokemon Online codes for like ripping online packs. And Jaina was like, "Oh, you should do Twitch." So yeah, so I really want to maybe do one night of Pokemon a week on Twitch this summer. So I'm very excited about that. What have been my favorite recent sets? Oh, Jade, you know nothing about Pokemon cards, only Magic the Gathering. Oh, Magic the Gathering, can speak on that too. That's so cool that you play as well. Pokemon Magic the Gathering, Two Paths Before Me. Perfect Order, I don't remember what the new one is. Oh. The new one that came out a couple weeks ago, Mike got me an ETB. And I'm trying to remember. I think this may have been one of them. A Fennekin Flirt? Is that a promo? That's a promo, never mind. I didn't pull that. Fuck. I can't keep track of these sets. I pulled Full Art Tauros in it, though. Chaos. Oh, yes. Thank you, Chaos. It was Chaos. Chaos. Yeah. I did really like that set. I don't think I'll actually, like, collect it, though. Yeah, have you been, yes, full arts. Have you been pulling any? I'm gonna continue a little further along down my Pokemon rant, and then I wanna dig into some magic as well. Oh my god, hey Ahab, and please meet my friend Brooke. She's like my best friend from Bangor. Terry was very nice. Actually, no, sorry. The owner of Chromatic Dragon gave me all of their empty Pokeball tins. I do have like my set here. I have my complete set now. I have all of them. But gave me like 3 trays of them. And just because he didn't want to, like, they were trying to sell the empty ones for like $3 and people weren't buying them, I guess. And some of them get like a little like dinky. So literally handed me 3 trays of them and I was like, sure. And I was like, these are gonna go all the way down the street. And Mike and I got all the way to his car, and then I was like, please take a picture of me with them. And I like tried to flip my hair and I dropped 2 of the trays and they went down the street, and Mike had to like pick a bunch up. But so there's a bunch that just got like crunched and like they're all like skidded up, and I just ended up throwing a bunch out. But I have a bunch. I did not have whatever this ball was, so now I have that. I have the full set. I have this one, I have the Premier Ball, I have the Ultra Ball, I have the Great Ball, and I have the standard Pokeball. So yes, so I don't know what to do with the rest of the Pokeballs tins, but I have them. Was that it for my Pokemon rant? Let me take a peek over here. Yes, okay, so let's talk magic now. I want to show you. I'm going to get back to what Jay was saying. So, this is my, we play every Tuesday. Mike and I play every Tuesday. He lives, eats, and breathes Magic. Like, he is sorting the cards and watching gameplay streams whenever he's not at the gym or at work. So, recently I got a Darth Maul playing mat. And, one of the biggest sets that came out recently is Strixhaven. I don't know if you've pulled that, Jade, or anyone. And I really love the, like, fractal. There's, like, a fractal type. Not Pokemon. Do you know what I mean? Fractal? There's, like, a fractal. It's basically like a mechanic, and you can scale and ramp your deck really fast. And those cards were some of the ones that I was like, oh, I really want to... Oh, maybe I have some of them. Oh, literally my magic stuff is right here. Thank God. So, basically, I was going to build a fractal deck. Not that I ever have time to build a magic deck, but... I'm not tipping that over, is that... Okay, that's a plant. So Mike was starting to collect some fractal stuff for me. I started collecting some fractal cards that I really liked. Tanazir was going to be my commander. And then they made a commander deck for Strixhaven, and Zimone is the commander. And so Mike bought it for me. It has literally like all the cards that I wanted to play anyway. And I played it for the first time on Tuesday. And Wizards of the Coast, I guess, for Pride Month is doing this thing where you can have 2 commanders. They like just have partner, so you can choose 2 commanders to play with. So I have 2 Zimone cards, but I decided to go with Primo, the Unbounded, and Tanazir Quandrix, which was already in the deck. So I actually like scaled really fast, and besides like Avatar: The Last Airbender, this is the most excited I've been about Magic. So, yeah, we play Commander. It's kind of like a ragtag, like whoever's there, we just get a big table and, you know, so it's super fun. And, I've met some other trans girls there too, which is really cool. So I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still very new to Magic. I'm very amateur. But it's fun. And, yeah, you've opened 2 Strixhaven packs, Jade, and you don't have either of those. What do you like from that set? I also love like the, all the artist cards and like the ink. Is it Inklings? There's like, I don't know. It's a really cool set. Wait, Ahab, you have friends in Bangor? Wait. Haha, that hand gesture for size I thought was a card stack, then it was digital card numbers, and no longer know what that size gesture meant. Oh, like the stacks of like the physical code cards that you like scan in online. I have like boxes of them, which is so much fucking money. Like I'm literally gonna have like, that'll last me the rest of the summer if I stream like at least once a week. Oh, you pulled a Gardevoir SR Secret Rare. That's awesome. Hi, gung.near.user. Okay. I think I'm caught up. Mainly the arts of the cards of that set is why I got them, but the Wilds of Eldraine has your favorite arts. Ooh. Mike loves that set too. Ahab, the Stevens family up there, they had a family diner and several involved in a church grew up in. Liberal church folks, better take, still not perfect, but better. Which church? And like in Bangor or like in one of the divisions, one of the suburbs. I'm from Herman. I actually shared a picture the other day. I graduated from high school 9 years ago this week, and I shared the picture, and it's me like 7 months on estrogen. I had just come out, so it was cool. Mike continues to buy the full art Avatar cards for me. Oh, I do have my Magic stuff here too. Let me show you. I've been collecting as many of the Avatar: The Last Airbender cards as I can. I thought this one was really cunt. Stand Still, where she like literally stops the rain because she's gonna go kill like the man who killed her mother. That's very cunt. And then I really want to make a Ko the Face Stealer deck. I haven't gotten around to it. I really love Aang and Law. That would be a really cool blue-white deck. I really want to make a Wan Shi Tong deck too. Yeah. And then we got like the, what is it, the picture set? I don't know what that's called. But yeah, very cool. I need to take a deep breath. In Bangor proper. But you have no idea. I haven't been up there, but you should check in on them. It was the Vineyard Church. I haven't heard of that. It's high on dancing, casual attire, and magical spiritualism, but low on rules. Cool. Yeah, I grew up going to church in Bangor and Brewer. I played trumpet. I played the hymns. was an acolyte. Is that it? I haven't been in church in like 15 years. So I think we've talked about this before. We have a very, interesting mix of like religion in my family. Grandfather, my mom's dad, his whole side of the family grew up in Boston as Irish Catholic. My mom grew up, Episcopalian and Methodist. And then my dad is from Kentucky and Tennessee and grew up Baptist. So, you know, there was a lot of kind of trying to figure out what worked for the family when we were going to church together, and ended up mostly doing Methodist. I went to Baptist church a couple times way before I came out. Herman Baptist Church. I went for Sunday school when I was a kid, and like the pastor like pulled me aside and like wanted me to like convert, and like my mom was like, we're fucking going. And then I went to Bangor Baptist Church and like for Sunday school or Sunday camp or vacation Bible school, whatever, and they were like talking to us about original sin. I was like 7, and we had to like confess our sins and like ask to be like welcomed into God's kingdom or whatever. Mind you, 7. Like, what the fuck am I confessing to at age 7? Yes, you did talk Methodism. It gets overlooked more. I think we heard it. Your siblings and dad play trumpet at a reasonably high level. They could tell you the notes above high E they hit. That's cool. I don't have my trumpet anymore. It was like, we were required to like play an instrument in school, in middle school. So I started with snare drum and I went to trumpet because I thought snare drum got boring. Baptist is tough, can be, met some okay ones, but experience has been spicy. My uncle is a Baptist preacher and basically cut my entire side of the family off when I transitioned. There were a lot of other good reasons too, but yeah. He's not celebrating Pride Month. I'll say that. Yo, AJ, that's been my whole life. Original sin was like day one stuff as a toddler. The stained glass at church had so many bleeding Jesuses to contend with. And it's like, it's been so hard for me to like go back. And we did talk about this, like, I think we did. Like, I still am spiritual. I don't know if I'd go so far as like being like religious practicing, but you know, things have happened, and like I definitely feel like I have loved ones around me who are watching out for me and make that clear. And so I don't know if I'd ever like go back to church, but like I've definitely kind of opened myself back up spiritually. Was he a type like Southern Baptist or Baptist clean? Pretty cooked theology. I don't know. Oh, Southern Baptist. Yeah. But I have a lot of family who's Southern Baptist down there too, who does talk to me. So it's like, it's very interesting. I'm very grateful. I went and saw a lot of my family down there last month when we were on vacation, or 2 months ago now. And, like they have chosen to support me and love me, and I am so grateful. Oh no, don't worry about taking it dark. It's okay. Whatever happens on these lives happens on these lives. It goes, I go with the flow. You're definitely spiritual, but put some space with folks who have full answers, apparently. Southern Baptist is chaotic. You have to listen to Twinnuendo with Darby from IMHO. Oh my God, right. I forgot that he was a pastor. I still need to listen to Twinnuendo. I have been listening to the full IMHO podcast again. The one with Guy, I can't remember his last name, the comedian. That was really great. And then there's a new one out with Batty Morphosis on it, and I really want to listen to that one. I think I tagged you in one of IMHO's reels. I fucking love them. I love that sense of humor. It makes me feel so much better about my dark humor. And I just love their vibe. And I was also listening to Bald and the Beautiful. Trixie and Katya raised me. And that's like 90% of my references come from, love IMHO so good. You did, it was perfect. Forwarded on to my sis too. Awesome. I haven't been like on just scrolling as much. I've been trying to really kind of put some boundaries back in my life and have a work-life balance. So, I haven't been like, seeing like a lot of stuff and like, saving it and sending it. But, when people send me stuff, I always check it. Trixie and Katya are the best. I was like trying to think about, I have an idea of like doing a reel, kind of being like, the characters and like the people who inspired like the character I do on MTF School. And it would be like Trixie and Katya. It would be, Brandon Rogers, Helen, the hall monitor. When she's like, the fourth graders are inside each other. Who else is on the list? The Cock Destroyers, Sophie and Rebecca. Sophie Anderson, rest in peace, and Rebecca Moore. God, who else? I mean, I grew up in this era, which did make me interested in sketch comedy, but like, I don't want to claim anything from that. And Liam Kyle Sullivan, like the character Kelly and all of, like from Shoes, like all of those characters that Liam Kyle Sullivan did, like that's just, I don't know, that's my sense of humor. So I kind of might like do a reel at some point, kind of like putting together a little montage, but yeah. And then obviously like Jennifer Coolidge, because like my best friend from high school, her favorite movie is Legally Blonde, and literally like took a middle name after that movie and introduced me to Jennifer Coolidge, who I didn't know previously. And Jennifer Coolidge is the woman. You probably want a condom. Tom Skerritt. Where are you going? Out. I'm gonna go get what I want. I fucking love that shit. That also like kind of was part of my egg cracking, was like watching cross-dressing, like online drag. And I was like, I want to wear a wig too. I want some shoes. Let's get them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I feel like that's like an OG YouTube reference now. But, yeah, it's like 20 years old. Yeah, so like those are some of the people who like inspire me. I like, sometimes if I'm not like in the mood and I like scroll past one of my, I'm gonna hate Eden. If I scroll past one of my, like, me doing, like, the teacher voice, like, it'll be like, oh, because it's, like, it can be a lot, but, like, it also, like, makes me really happy, too, and, like, I laugh at it. I try to make myself laugh. I need that. What was I gonna say? Someone commented, because I made like a joke in the voice training one, and I was like, I'm not a scientist. And then I said something about Bill Nye says the pigment gets picked up by the laser. And someone commented, I love your science voice. And I was like, and they were like, your science voice sounds like Jennifer Coolidge. And I was like, ah! I love that it's like becoming its own thing now too, and not just a Jennifer Coolidge impression. So, and then, I did, like, I put out, like an 8-minute like makeup tutorial today and broke it up. And the at the end of it, I like was like, and it's a live tutorial, and like I'm starting to get like a little bit of like a Trump accent too. I don't know. It's all over the place. She's an enigma. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Ahab, since your partner passed, people have been coming out to you as allied crossdressers, and I'm like, ever Google eggs? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Drag Race was my egg cracking. Like, the pipeline for me was, like, Liam Kyle Sullivan to, wearing wigs, and then he did a collaboration with Willem Belli, and then that's how I discovered Drag Race. And then from there I was like, oh, I'm gender fluid, I want to be a drag queen. And then from there I discovered Gigi Gorgeous, and then Caitlyn Jenner came out. And then I was like, oh shit, maybe I'm trans. And then, yeah, and then I started my transition. So the pipeline, the egg. What other life updates do I want to share? You can do a really good Jennifer Coolidge too. Please like send it in the group chat or on the Discord. I want to hear it. It's fun. It's so fun. Like, it's just like a universal thing in the queer community to me. Like I don't care who someone is. If they can do a good Jennifer Coolidge impression, I have respect for them. Like, there's so many like people who have done impressions like, Pikachu, I choose you. And Pika, Pika. Pika, Pika's right, bitch. Like, there's some like really great ones. I fucking love it. Yeah. So I love Jennifer Coolidge. I also got Breath of the Wild. It was something I was gonna maybe do once I paid off my credit card from vacation, but I was like, I need something to distract myself from doing like 2 EMDRs a week right now. So I got Breath of the Wild. I've been playing it. I fucking love it. For the Star Wars people, I went and saw The Mandalorian and Grogu, and I have a lot of thoughts. Zeb from Rebels is a bigger part in the movie than I thought, and I have an undying crush on him. And also, all the white people in the back of the theater clapped when the movie ended, and I wanted to shoot myself. Okay. Ahab. Whatever you are, you started with trying to get away from gender as a whole in 0304, then leaning into 70s rock, women's clothes, emo hair, nice. Then you climbed back into a hole for 15-ish years. 2 EMDRs a week is intense. You almost certainly need rest always. Yeah, no, it's like, lots of great progress though. What I talked about 2 weeks ago, just doing a lot on that, and, feeling better, making a lot of progress. So, but yeah, it was getting really, really intense. So, I was having to do extra sessions this week and last week with my EMDR therapist, and we have to fucking appeal to my insurance that it is medically necessary for me to have 3 therapy sessions a week right now, which she was like, let's be careful about that because that is entering like intensive outpatient territory. So, because then at that point, the insurance company will be like, well, if it's that bad, why aren't you in, like, so. But it's like, it's just intense EMDR from a nearly 7-year-old situation. So, but I am happy to report I'm feeling so much better. So, yeah, lots of good coming out of it. What else was I gonna say? Are you guys celebrating Pride? Have you been doing any events? Did I even ask, how's your week going? What are you guys doing this weekend? Sorry, I've been like, just like, so excited. I look forward to this all week. I really want to get to the point where I can stream more than once a week. Yes, it is. But yeah, you don't seem to need to be impatient. You and Miley Cyrus have me looking at EMDR. Oh, okay. I was actually thinking about this earlier, and I was like, maybe I should talk on here, like, kind of tips for EMDR if people are interested, and then I can clip that and like share that. EMDR is very intense. It can be even more difficult if you have DID, because EMDR involves like actually going back into events from the past and being present in them and watching it play out and like asking yourself questions about what's happening. And you start with like an I statement, like, I wish I had done more in that situation. And then you watch back through the movie while you're in it, and then the therapist is like asking you questions and being like, so like, how do you feel? What are you noticing? You know, like, do you see how like you really didn't have any more control in this situation? So you don't really need to blame yourself. And then you kind of are like, yes. And then, you know, so you kind of turn like negative feelings about past memories into positive healing and letting it go. So, but yeah, no, if you're ever interested in talking more about EMDR, I know people want to talk about Pride, so I want to switch over to that, but, EMDR, happy to talk about that if you have any questions. Very, very helpful, has literally like turned my entire fucking life around. Like, not even joking. Okay, you're doing Pride on Passyunk Avenue on Sunday down in Philly. Last weekend was the official approved pay to enter Pride in Philly, but the neighborhood is still doing their thing Sunday. That's so cool. Eden, I've not been able to go to any Pride events. I wish. I'm toning down the trans gay agenda for family, lol. I'm so sorry. But I hope you're still able to like participate in whatever way you can that makes you feel included and proud. Even if it's just, you know, being in our Discord and, you know, hanging out with the dolls. You're hoping to do Pride when you move. Oh, you're moving soon. When you move on the 24th. Nice. That's awesome. I might go to Portland Pride. My work is like organizing a march, or like they're going to be walking in the parade or something. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. But I need to go to something for Pride. I love people's usernames. I just saw Soggiest Lizard join. I get emails that say like, oh, blah, 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 commented on your reel or whatever. And like, I was at work and I checked I got an email and it was like, footlong tampon commented on your TikTok. I was like, I love my life. Like, it is fun. Or what it's becoming. I'm trying to make it more fun. Speaking of, is there a hypnotic component to your EMDR? Yeah, so, basically when you go into EMDR, they'll be like, okay, what memory do you want to focus on? What is like causing you the most, internal struggle right now? And then you'll kind of be like, this memory. And then they'll be like, okay, let's think about what perspective we want to hit on that. And then basically they'll guide you like it is a hypnotic thing. And you're going to do like tapping like this, close your eyes. That starts somehow magically reprocessing the event. And then you go back into it. I don't know how that physiology, astrology, geochemistry works, but it is really fucking crazy. And then that's usually like 30 to 45 minutes of them being like, you do that, you think, you kind of play through the event in your head, and then they're like, okay, stop. What have you noticed? And then you kind of talk, and then they're like, focus more on this point. And then you keep going, and then it's like that until it either gets to be too much or you run out of time, and they're like, okay, so we're gonna do some grounding, and then you do slow tapping for 5 minutes. And then you kind of debrief and be like, okay, this is what I learned. This is what I didn't know about the situation. And how it's changed your beliefs about that. And it helps you kind of let a lot go. Especially like with me, with DID, like so much of my brain is so good at like just burying stuff that it's so hard to heal from when I don't remember it. So the EMDR is literally the only thing that's really helped me make progress. The other night I did, Wednesday night I did EMDR, and my EMDR therapist, I was like her last thing for the night, and she was like, do you want to keep going? It's been an hour. Do you want to keep going? I was like, sure. Because like she was getting really deep into that whole night with the roommate. So we literally went completely through that night. I got a full timeline, and I was in EMDR for 2 hours, and I was nonverbal the rest of the night. Like Mike came home and I was like I like fell asleep on like my cereal or whatever. But then I felt so good. Like the past couple of days, I'm like, wow, I don't need to think about it anymore because I've seen it and I know it and I can accept it. And you kind of realize that there's like, you can't change anything at this point. It's all in the past, even though like it can feel like you're always in it. Seems incredibly useful and tangible, grounded, very interested, did a decade of cognitive behavioral therapy, and it helped with a big chunk of stuff. But there are big chunks to go. 2 hours in processing is so much. That's incredibly awesome. Thank you. Cognitive behavioral therapy, I don't think I've done that. My talk therapist specializes in IFS, which is internal family systems. It's not quite as intense as EMDR, but it focuses on like parts work and like different aspects of your life that are still like kind of either clashing with each other, like your childhood versus like your adulthood, or like your relationships with people, and you kind of break it down and stuff. So yeah, IFS I haven't done like a lot of that, but EMDR has been the best for me. And just a lot of really great updates. I'll say really quick, because I don't want to like go back all the way into it. Two lives ago, I think it's called Building Someone's First Safe Space. I talked about learning about another survivor who I was, our situations were very intertwined, and I was like talking about closure, and like, I don't think I can reach out because like, I don't want to ruin his life if he like is moving on, and, be like all that stuff. Mike actually suggested that I send an anonymous postcard, and I did. So that was another big, huge step for me and in my grieving. So, and I feel so much lighter every day. It's awesome. Speaking of like religious things, which I'm not a religious nut, but I sent the postcard on Wednesday, the 3rd. It went to upstate New York, so it took like 2 days or whatever. And I was at work on Friday afternoon, and this like random old lady, I was helping her like check out with a candy bar. Just a candy bar. I was helping her do self-checkout for a candy bar. And this is gonna sound really woo-woo. I get it. But like, she turned to me and like said, "Thank you for the candy bar," which is like, okay, girl, it's fine. And then she like put her hand on my shoulder. And I actually like, I connected. I saw through the force And I saw him holding it, and I saw that he got it, and he remembered me, and I was like, oh, yay. And I just had like this like crazy like vision memory thing that my body just interpreted as real. And it was like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that closure. Like, package delivered. And I literally like was like, oh my god, what the fuck? I don't even have to like worry about this anymore. I don't have to like wonder if you got it. I don't know how it happened. Like, but both my therapists were like, that makes sense. But like, you can create like really strong emotional bonds with people, especially in traumatic situations. And my ESPN, I guess, I don't know. But like, yeah, that was absolutely insane. But like, I'm very, very grateful that that happened, because, you know, now I can really focus on helping people and having fun. And I'm not always kind of looking for him or looking for that closure in other people still. It's just there. And I don't know how. I don't know where Utica, New York is. Yeah. 2 levels there. 1, the answer there. But also the lady was there in that moment, saw you and cared for you. Huge, huge. Yeah. And I was kind of like, because I'm not like a religious nut. I was like, was she like a messenger or something? Because like, she like passed on like this memory to me, this like vision. And it like, it's like how I remember things in EMDR, where like once I remember it, my body recognizes it, and then my nervous system adjusts, you know? And then it literally was like the same thing, except it was just not coming from me. And I don't know how to explain that, but no one can take that away from me. That literally like changed my life. So I hope that old lady enjoyed her Reese's and had a great weekend. Yeah. Don't need a religion to assume we are all hooked into something. Seems silly to assume this is all just galactic noise. Yeah, and like my talk therapist was talking about how like internal family systems opens up like there's room in IFS for like indigenous beliefs, and like my dad's family is like very like diluted American, like, but like if you go back like a few generations, all of his family was Native American. So minus like some French or English settlers who came in. But so I hear a lot of stories from that side of the family that are just really interesting, and like animals, you know, kind of like showing up at like really important moments in your life and stuff. And I will never claim to be Native American, mind you, like probably like 0.0000 or whatever percent, but I just find it really interesting. And like I hear stories from like my great uncle who is, you know, probably like 30%, 40%, I don't know. But yeah, what was I gonna say? In internal family systems, I guess it can like connect you to the collective unconscious or whatever. I don't know. I have this thing though, I have my ESPN where like sometimes I'll see things in my dreams that happen like the next day, like, and I'll be like, oh, I dreamt about that last night. That's really weird. Don't know how to explain that. And also I definitely am very sensitive to like paranormal stuff. So I don't have answers. Yeah. So I don't know. It felt like karma was like, here you go, kid. Like, you know, you're doing a lot for everyone else. Here's like just one little thing that will like help you move forward. And I was like, period. The indigenous American population is an absolutely unique, globally cultural, beautiful, complex, and should be revered as such. Check out the Red Nation podcast, Leftist Politics from an Indigenous Perspective. That's really cool. That's really cool. I need to check that out. What was it? There's my therapist was telling me about I'm not going to remember the TV show now, but it's all about Indigenous perspectives as well, and she wanted me to check that out. Just because of like, there's a lot of like undercurrents in like the mental health community to kind of like decolonize mental health, like education and like practice, and kind of be like, you know, let's look at how every religion does it. And like, you know, like she was telling me about like Taoism and like the what is versus like the what isn't or what could be, and like all this stuff that like is just really interesting. So it's really interesting. Yeah. I just want to know which planet's making me sad. Oh my god, it is so hot. Decolonizing is a big thing in intentionality. Your brother has you reading Taoist texts so fucking hard. I don't know if the road noise is going to make it worse. That's really cool. Yeah. I did like an English class at one point through the University of Maine, and like we had to read a bunch of different like parts of the Torah, parts of everything. It's the earth, girl. It is earth making you sad. That is so true. Yeah. Whoa, I'm really dissociating. Yeah. Okay. That means I need to start doing some makeup or something that feels like self-care. Oh, wait. I literally talked earlier about what I was going to do. So, I'm going to start with this. It's also like the bright lights because I have like my ring light, and that also kind of contributes to some dissociation. And my EMDR therapist that said that dissociation means that like some part of you isn't feeling safe. So you need to figure out what you can do to feel safer. The heat certainly doesn't help dissociating. Settle in, your safe hero. You guys are so sweet. You guys, like, oh my god. I think it was like sunscreen, my sunscreen trick. I'm so glad I can see comments this week. I felt so bad last week. But hell yeah, Taoism. Hey, Julia. All right, Executor, you must move to the floor dimension. Also, I didn't hear any of the context, but hell yeah. Yeah, we were talking about decolonizing the mental health field and like kind of learning from Eastern cultures and indigenous cultures about how they deal with like, you know, the things that mess us up as people. And that like the world is a lot bigger place than what Christopher Columbus wrote in the EMDR textbook. Your feet hurt so bad. Why? What I was gonna say, which we didn't get to last week. that's from the juice I cleaned off the floor. I was like, makeup wipe. No, that's juice. MTF school topics for next week. Last week, since I couldn't read anyone's comments, I kind of just filmed like the trans femme makeup tutorial and then posted that this week. If you have any questions on that, please let me know. I'm gonna do my makeup now. But the 3 options for next week that were suggested by Alex and Crystal and a bunch of people. Juice, yay! I knocked one of these bitches over, clean over, right before like I got on live, and I had to scrub it off the floor, and it didn't shatter this time. The night is young. So for MTF school next week, I'm gonna write 3 ideas. I want you to comment a number, and then I'll tally which one is the most popular, and then that will be next week's lesson chapter. And then I'll film the other ones as well, just as backup. So now my new challenge: can I like pin a comment without hiding everything? 64 period. Options for next week's topic. Please comment your favorite, your choice. Number 1, voice training, other voice training resources. 2 was choosing outfits / color coordinating. Oh wait, oh my god, I was like, why are you guys commenting numbers? I'm so dissociated, I'm so sorry. I was like, I haven't even finished typing it, but you literally are hearing it. Number 3 was brow and hairstyling for social transition. Shit, I like color theory. I think that was one of Crystal's suggestions. Okay. If for some reason your comments stop showing up or I stop recognizing them, please just like comment like spam emojis. I'm really hoping this works this time. Pin comment. Okay. Oh god, okay. People's comments are still coming through. Thank god. Okay. All right. Let me tally on my CVS passport thing. I can see you guys. Yay! I was talking to you, Ahab, I was like, you know, if nothing else came out of last week, I know that, because I was like, you guys are really quiet. And I was like, I guess people just don't want to hang out tonight. But still, I was able to just entertain myself and like talk for 3 hours. And I think that actually was a really good live last week that's on YouTube, because I talk a lot about coming out in high school and like my experience with that and bullying, and I was talking about growing out my hair. So please check that out. All of these study hall lives are recorded. You forgot last week. It's okay. And then they go onto my YouTube channel, link in bio. And then those are accessible all week for the people who missed it. And yeah, it's at aj.offthehook. All of my MTF school stuff is on YouTube there. Okay, so thank you for voting, guys. I'm very excited. Okay, so option 1. That was 1. That was 2. That was 3. Okay. I see 2 votes for 1. Wait, shit, you like Kelly 3. Are you still sticking with 1? Oh, in order of best to worst, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1. Okay. This week you were a little late because of work. No worries. It's so cool to see you either way. Thanks for hanging out. Means a lot. Next week you'll either be late or not present because you have therapy. No worries. I think it's like the 10th of July. I think I'm going to probably take that Friday night off. Since like Mike and I are like dog sitting and like we're going to like, I don't know if I'll have internet and we're going to do a little like mini staycation. Oh, told card 3. Thank you, Ahab. I still do this thing where like I remember people's real names and I remember people's usernames and I still like just use both. So I'm sorry if that's confusing. Also for the girls who are in here, we have a Discord as well. It's like an offline support group. So please speak up if you're interested in that. And we just do some vetting and make sure people would be in it for the right reasons. I don't post it publicly. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. So I have 2 votes for 1 vote for 3. Catching up, Ahab. I'm doing a hair grow out now with yours and Finast, but I have a pretty major crown bald spot. It's off-putting, but it limits the annoying people that talk to me. That's awesome that you're growing out your hair though. That's cool. Estrogen. It is the Rogaine of the trans knighthood, the sisterhood of the lowering hairlines. Just kidding, mine lowered that much. But my hair like actually grew out, and once you get on estrogen, your roots actually lay down flat, or they calm down. But this, I mean, obviously talking from a very Eurocentric hair perspective, so like not speaking for every type of, you know, hair texture. This is just like what mine has done. I have curly kind of wavy hair and that's how it's grown out. Your transition is towards a middle ground. Nice. My friend Gina used the word vatriarch and that changed my life. So find your monarch tea. Julie, you were like, damn, I actually like something for the first time ever. Something about yourself. Oh, you gained the system by growing out your hair before transitioning. Oh, I'm so glad you did that. I wish I could have. My Nox and Finest, your partner would say estrogen is the move for sure. And she'd say, you already have tits, so why worry? Eden, estrogen, I wish. I have very limited resources right now. And where I'm moving even harder to get to as no physical healthcare provider buildings. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I really hope that you are able to get resources. Fuck, I hate capitalism, but like, I am a cashier at a drugstore and I have health insurance for being full-time, and that pays for my hormones and it pays for therapy and it pays for like a bunch of stuff. And so like that's how I've been getting care. So I know that like, you know, resources just aren't always accessible for people, and people have different, you know, circumstances, but I hope you're able to get hormones and everything you need. So, I'm worried if the air conditioner would like be louder than me talking. I have a little fan. Oh my god! This is my this is my weed fan. I like air the room out after anyways. So I'm gonna use those. It's not long enough. That's why it's stuck on something. Whatever. Good enough. The nearest clinic in the future for you is going to be 70 miles. Have you checked out like any of the telehealth HRT programs, like Plume and there's a lot we were talking about, and people have kind of suggested Ahab bought a house, so you don't need a weed anymore. No, like after EMDR, like I'm not kidding, I can't socialize because I'm not here. So like it would be, and I have roommates, so I don't want to be like to go downstairs and like then sit outside and like I have, oh my god, okay, we're honesty hour. I dissociated so much I trespassed on someone's property recently. So after EMDR and in general, when I am going to public places in nature by myself, it's I'm really shouldn't be doing that anymore. So a lot of when I am like really switched or whatever, I have to really kind of either make sure I'm with Mike, or I have to make sure that I am in the house safe. Because I was at the beach. This is so crazy, guys. So I was at the beach, and DID forms as a kid. So your first quote unquote alter develops at age like 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is, you know, what can come forward. So I was at the beach and I was like, yes. And I took a nap, and the tide came in. It was like I don't know, 40 yards out from where I was, you know, when I got there. I think Mike was doing something. He was like at some gym event, some MMA event. And so I went to the beach just because it was a Saturday. And I was like, I want to relax. I set up my little campsite, took a nap, and was kind of meditating and letting some EMDR processing kind of go through. I woke up and the water was about 10 feet from me. And I was like, oh, I'm a half mile down the beach from the public access stairway. And on Wells Beach in Maine, there's all these like tiny little staircases that are for private residences. And, you know, the water came in so much and I was like so dissociated and I got freaked out and I just ran up one of those and was still so dissociated that, you know, when I got to the top of it and realized, oh, it didn't just connect to the road. I should have, if someone was with me who was taking, like, kind of watching out for me, they would have been like, oh yeah, let's go back down. But I was so dissociated that I just sent it through someone's backyard. And if you know anything about Wells, Maine and Wells Beach, it's all rich old snowbirds. And I heard a door open and I heard, hello? And I just fucking like ran through their backyard. And then I was so lost because I was now half a mile up the beach in a different part of town. And I was so embarrassed, but I panic and then I just like dissociate more and I got really lost. And, you know, so that was really bad. And that happened last summer too, where, you know, I was kind of fronting inner child and I was like, let's go outside and like leave our phone behind. Not blaming like how, you know, my inner child thinks. It's just like for safety, I have to be very mindful, and reintegration is all about kind of being like, okay, how do we all work together? So last summer I went on a walk down to the lake, and wanted to go into the water, or like wanted to walk along the shore. So dissociated, like completely gone. And I ended up in like thigh deep mud, like in the water. And I was like, oh, cool. And I was so dissociated that I like pulled like my legs out, eventually got back to shore. It was so scary. And then I like scraped all the mud off with leaves, and then I collected some snail shells, and then I walked home. But I like could have drowned. So I'm like, I made this pact with Mike where I'm like, okay, I get very excited when I'm like in, you know, like going to parks and stuff. I need to be with Mike, you know, cause he, I'm like not kidding with DID. I've actually like, there are times when I literally will be talking like I'm 3. So it's like, I need someone kind of watching out for me so that I don't get like arrested for trespassing or like, you know, and because a lot of people like, I'm so young that like, I don't have, like, I couldn't have dementia, but like people don't really know anything about DID usually. So it's, you know, that's kind of like the next thing that people assume. So it's just very, very scary. And I'm watching like some giant ant or wasp thing just like crawl through my air conditioner. Cool. Work. Dissociation is really scary. And it's a bad coping mechanism. It is like the only coping mechanism for survival that does not help you in the long term. So, I've been working with 2 therapists on reintegration and kind of being like, okay, all of my flashbacks are from when I was switched to my inner child part in Boston. And that means that at night before I go to bed, so I don't just go to sleep and have flashbacks all night, I need to kind of be like, okay, inner child, what do you need to feel safe? And we're going to be going to bed. You're not there. And then kind of, I'll just like feel part of me be like, I want to Roblox. I'm just kidding. Like, I want to play with Legos. I want to play Pokemon cards. I want to watch Ahsoka. And I was like, okay, slay, let's do it. And then kind of bartering and making sure that part of yourself also feels safe. Eden, you dissociated driving before and got lost in your local city for hours and eventually met a random family. Oh my God. And then you were adopted, and then like the story plays out from there. And you began your new life. Dissociation has led you to some really weird places. Yeah, I just like really never knew anything about it. Dissociation is really useful in prison or otherwise controlled or institutionalized. Beyond that, it is a comforting defense mechanism that hurts us really bad. Absolutely. Absolutely. The amount of dissociation that I have done in the past 7 years since escaping trafficking, I still don't know what year it is most of the time. That's why earlier I was like talking about a set from 2019, like it was still in stores. Like time is very, very murky for me. Hi, Helly, Mel, hi. Eden, you walked it in at them having, at 10 o'clock having dinner. Oh my God. So yeah, like, and what's really fucking frustrating is like, I didn't know I had DID for my entire life. I didn't know I had autism until I was 25. So like, I'm just so behind, and like DID, like that got missed by so many therapists, that got missed by so many doctors. And I like literally would like quit jobs like the first day I was on because I would be so dissociated and I'd get really scared and just quit. So like, I wasn't able to like hold jobs. Like you know, we talked about kind of the inpatient of it all. And I mentioned how close I got to being, you know, doing that. Because like with DID, like literally I would do like the craziest stuff because nothing felt real. It's really scary. But it's, I didn't realize that, like, you know, even if you're dissociated and experiencing things, those memories are still stored. So, like, I thought I just kind of blacked out a lot from, like, the trafficking, but I actually did have all those memories. They were just buried. And my DID is like, oh, don't like that. Let's forget that. But then you can't. But then I was like, had all these symptoms that I had no information about. And then I had to, like, I've spent 6 months unpacking up. Anyways, Eden, I don't know what the fuck I got besides ASD. What's ASD? But holding jobs has been horrible. It's all felt like a fever dream. I totally feel you. And there's no, like, medicine that helps with dissociation, which sucks. Like, I'm on antidepressants. I've been on antipsychotics. I've been on antidepressants, antipsychotics. What's the other one? Mood stabilizers. Yes. Dissociating in this world, and at 10 p.m. eating dinner at 10 p.m. is lizard people stuff. Autism. Yeah. But I, like, the more I do with EMDR, the more I'm kind of not, because that's the thing about DID is, like, those parts of me have never left that house. So, like, for the past 7 years, I've been reliving it every day. And the more I kind of do EMDR and, like, realize, you know, kind of learn finally what happened and then put it down, I'm able to, like, dissociate less because I'm not actively, like, thinking or, like, trying to reprocess it. Like, I'm still in it and still trying to get out. So, like, I'm feeling so much more present. Not right now. I need to do some more grounding. How do you feel like you're living in the third person most times? So weird. Yeah. Like, I literally, like, with DID, I literally, like, went by a different name for a few years. Not even, like, not even, like, in a transition thing. You love medicine. Miss Farm Tech. But it's also, it's kind of scary sometimes for people around me to see how badly I can dissociate. And it's scary. And Mike is very used to it. And I'm very, very grateful for him. But, like, I can get in, like, so dissociated at work, which is, like, put makeup ass comment. I missed, what was the comment? Did someone comment something? Anyways, okay. I'm going to change the music. I'm going to, do you guys see that? Oh, no, 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 no. What is that? Oh, fuck nah. Oh my god. It's cleaning itself. Can you see that? If it flies, I'm killing myself this instant. For Narnia. She's been contained. I'm gonna just chuck this bitch, like, literally out the hallway. 1 second. Why does, like, crazy shit happens every single live I do? Okay. Yep, hell nah. I'm gonna stomp on it a little bit, too. Oh my god, I got it. It escaped from the towel. She's dead. She's dead as fuck. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. I really hate bugs. For Narnia, homeschool coded. Public school. That's a drone carpenter ant. Pop it. It came in through my air conditioner. Oh, me commenting about how I like medicine when it was contextually inappropriate. You guys can like literally talk about whatever you want. Like, you're totally good. Like, I'll just be ranting, and then like you guys can have your own conversations too. You're totally good. Big guy. SpongeBob, big guy pants, okay. That part. Sorry, your Chud mom called you and you missed everything. You want a Chud mom sticker and a minivan to put on it. Let's hear it for the Chud moms. Okay. I'm like looking around to see if there are more anywhere. Okay, I need to change the music. Chud mom. I really had this like jellyfish thing that was happening last time, and it had really relaxing music. It was after I like shattered the glass and had to vacuum. No, you're not keeping me from makeup. I'm keeping me from makeup. Like, I just get so like focused on the conversation. But I think makeup will help me at this point. 12 hours of tropical coral reef fishes at Monterey Bay Aquarium. There's nothing I want more. I hope this doesn't get me like copyright stricken. Oh wait, no, this is it. Jellycam. Jellycam! Live Jellycam. Okay. This music will help. Fish! Chud Mom sounds like she might be a World of Warcraft legendary player. She's the final boss. I really want a fish tank. Okay. Also, for those who are new here, oh my god, Julia, I forgot what store you work at. Someone left a gun in our customer bathroom. It was later discovered to be fake, but someone left a gun in our customer bathroom. So I love sharing my retail stories every week because it's crazy. And I need to like, I need like other people to like kind of be like, oh my god. I'm sure a lot of you guys work in retail too. Yes, in the bathroom, in the customer ass bathroom. Yes, please, free gun. Just ordered my Arm the Dolls sticker pack. You feel like a little dog zoning out and staring at the fishies. Right? Like, I love the trans flag. And I definitely always have that up for MTF school. But then I really liked when I, like, watched back last week's live and had this up. So the fishies are going to help me calm down, too. I just love fish. I want that to be my entire aesthetic. It would have been even funnier in the employee bathroom. But, like, the bathroom is right next to the pharmacy. So, like, was someone gonna, like, try to hold up for some C2s? Or some C3s? Like, huh? Like, and then they came back for it, and they're like, I think I forgot something. And we're like, oh, the police have it. Good luck. So. But the fact that it was just, like, that it was left it kind of made me think that, you know, maybe someone was like gonna use it on themselves or something. It wasn't like, if someone left like a fucking AK-47 in there, I'd be like, oh, we're doomed. Free guns for free drugs. You know, I mean, customers are that crazy. And, you know, when Mima can't afford her Cardevolol or her Eliquis and it's $1,300, yeah, I need Oxy stat. Oops, forgot gun in toilet. Yikes. I forgot my gun. I feel like that's a very chud mentality, to like be such a poser that you need to have like a fake gun to like act like you can like defend yourself. Sounds like they are high. A left behind gun is one more off the street. One more off the street, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I work in Maine and it's an open carry is like legal. But you don't ever really see it. So it's just like, guys, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing in a CVS? The Eliquis costs more than Oxy. Girl, right? Like the Ozempic and the Eliquis and the Jardiance. Like, you're never gonna have a gun, but if you do, why not customize it and make it pretty? Yeah, I think like bedazzle it. You know? All right. I also wrote down a lot of reminders for myself about posting live, and I already lost those. So let go and let God. Where did this go? Anyways. Did you guys like the makeup tutorial? I was kind of worried that I cut too much out, but I also didn't want it to be too long. Pump faking is what we call it. Flashing a fake gun. Ugh. PA is an open carry state too, but all the cities ban them. Yeah. It's just, like, what? I'm sorry, middle-aged white man. Do you really feel that threatened? Like, you know, like, to bring a gun into a CVS? Like, you know, when I was going through my, at the time, what was considered an SA case for, anyways, there was like a possibility that they would have to like interview my trafficker, and like, I was like, oh, so bet he's gonna come after me. So I like got like a spring assisted knife and carried it around. But like, I don't know, I'm scared of guns. I don't know if I'd ever carry a gun. But my boyfriend is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's taught me some things too, so fuck around and find out. But I live in New Hampshire. There's a gun range across the street. You know what I mean? Like, I can't avoid it. You really enjoy the makeup tutorials. It's nice to see a tutorial that isn't $600 and 10 layers. Yeah, no, for real. Thank you. You know, I get, that's the good thing. Like, you want a life hack? If you are willing to go through enough of an ego death, or if you just don't care, like, I went from like a news career to being a cashier, but hey, discounts on groceries, discounts on makeup, discounts on household goods. They have clothing. They have, free medication, free therapy, tons of doctors that are in network. Like, it's like, Chud mom called me again. She needs little tortas. Where did I forgot how I started this conversation. We were talking about... It'll come back. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Why was I talking about CVS? I forgot what started that conversation. Secret self-defense weapon, nuclear bombs. Nuclear bombs. Guns and makeup tutorials. Oh, thank you. I think I got a little scared talking about my trafficker, and then I just completely forgot what was going on. Makeup tutorials for less expensive makeup. Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck where I work. It's a day job. So, like, it's just really nice that I can get discounts on makeup. And then I just have it all accessible. And, like, I know when things are going on sale. I know when things are clearanced. Like, you can really, like, that's kind of, like, the best way to get makeup cheap. Mutually assured destruction. It's really scary seeing someone holding a spoon in public. I'm losing the plot. It's really scary seeing someone holding a spoon in public. 5-finger discount. Yeah. I was in our personal intimacy aisle today. I was putting away birth control tests and UTI pills, and I saw that someone had, like, stolen basically, like, a fleshlight and just left the box. And I was like, I'm not touching that. So I was like, someone else can deal with that. Then, what was it, yesterday or the day before? I had this old guy come up to me with horny goat weed, which is, like, something you can buy at CVS. And then he bought lube. And then he asked me where our bathroom was. And I was like, imagine how tired we are. But I refuse to use the customer bathroom because I've literally, like, the couple of times I've walked in, like, shit stomped to the floor. Did I say birth control tests? Maybe he just needed to pee. Birth control tests? Guys, that's the other thing about being trans that's really funny is, like, girls will come up to me and, like, ask, you know, oh, what do you recommend for, like, which brand of, like, pad or whatever, or, like, you know, different, like, because we have a lot of, like, different, like, menstrual care and stuff, and I'm like, I could not tell you. So, birth control test, that's how much I know about pregnancy tests. Maybe he just needed to pee is crazy. Yeah, we've had, like, oh my god, someone, and then you can return anything. You can return anything. We've had people return lube. I was doing damages the other day, which is, like, you know, we have, like, baskets full of all the stuff that gets damaged in the store. Customers return it, don't want it, and it can't go back on the shelf. Someone returned a, like, silicone, like, cock ring, basically, used with the open box, and it was sealed in, like, one of the hazmat bags. And I was like, scanned. Ask friends, then have an answer on hand. Where's your bathroom? I have a gun that needs discharging, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no, people can return lube. But that's okay. That's the other etiquette thing about, like, being a customer at CVS, or I don't know if I should even be saying it's where I work. It's fine. There's self-checkout. Why are you going to come up to the girl who looks stressed with, like, I need to hold your hand and tell you the story. Last summer, someone came up to me with baby oil. And it was leaking. And he was like, I asked the pharmacy if I could get a discount. It's leaking. And they said no. So I'm coming up here and asking you. And I was like, I don't know. I'll ask my manager. And then he was like, but it's okay if it's leaking. It's, you know, that's okay if it gets on my hands. That's what it's for. And he stared at me like this. And I... Dissociating. People trying to return condoms. Condams. What are we doing? Throw the person on the side of the road. Pickles located. Pickles located. Press for discount baby oil is wild AF. That's the scary thing about retail is like literally anyone can walk in. It's like, you know, but there's cameras, thank God. But I don't know, like, I want to fucking get out of retail. I hate it here. Retail is scary indeed. I came out of working in news, and I was a news producer, so I was literally like transcribing police reports about like brutal XYZ, and you know, that shit was so traumatic. So retail is like kind of a necessary evil at this point. Retail's wild, did it a couple decades ago, not trying to go back. 6-year streak broken. Yeah. That's why I started a business, and this is, you know, just doing my day job as long as I have to. So, it's, you know. Okay. Wait, what streak was broken? Oh, wait, you cried at your job for the first time ever yesterday. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. This is oh my God, this is like, maybe slightly a trauma dump, but like, retail is also really scary for me because coming out of trafficking, literally like that D-zone, a lot of my job is me standing in a place that I can't leave and men coming up to me and taking out their wallet. And sometimes I literally have to go to the bathroom and cry. And then come back and be like, do you have a phone number or card with us? Would you like a bag? Would you like a receipt? And then I have to be like, nope, I'm here. It is 2026. You're okay, went to the gender neutral bathroom so your coworkers couldn't see you cry and you didn't cry in front of a customer. I'm so sorry. I hope things got resolved and I hope you're okay. When I get dissociated in retail, I get scared. Because then I see people staring at me, like, all across the store, and then, like, people are, like... And I just am, like... And, like, when I'm not dissociated, like, today I actually did really well. And I was able to be like, oh, I'm here. I'm here. These people just want to, like... Most of these people are just nice. And, like, I really focus on the nice people because they make me feel good. And I like helping people. And then I laugh at the bitches who are rude. Or I had, like, this lady, and her husband. A lot of it's, like, old couples fighting, which I fucking hate. And, like, the lady was, like, trying to put in her phone number and talking to me. And then her husband's like, you need to put in the phone number! And I literally look, I, like, whip my head around and I'm like, kind of giving him, like, are you done yet? Like, we're talking. You know, like, I'm getting so much better at being, like like shutting down bad behavior instead of just dissociating and like gritting and bearing it. You're very excited to quit your job soon. So many days crying and dissociating. So sorry. Oh, Eden, I'm sorry. You need therapy again, but you're too paranoid. I hear you. And you have to fight, like, sometimes you have to, like, find the right therapist. Like, someone who you really feel comfortable with and, like, can open up to. So I hope if you do go back into therapy, I hope you find success with that. Oh, you're going to college and hopefully a new job. That's awesome. That's so cool. Mirror. My fractal deck is going to hold up my mirror. There was a lady who came in with her husband to pick up his post-surgery prescriptions. Yeah. Eden, my brain always thinks the therapist is evil or something. That girl, real. Like, it is so hard to trust people. And it is so hard to, like, you know, trust people enough to, like, be vulnerable and, like, open up about stuff. So, but once you find the right therapist who you have good chemistry with, like, it works wonders. Where's my powder? I'm very lucky. I've been with one therapist for 3.5 years. Basically, as long as I've been dating Mike. And then I've been with my EMDR therapist on top of that for 6 months now. And I really needed therapy. Therapy doesn't work for everyone, but it worked for me. Or, like, it eventually worked for me. You have no trust with anyone, always paranoid. I feel you, girl. Okay. Done some blending. I need to do a little bit more concealer. Therapy is a long shot. Already went through about 10 different ones. That's very, Julia, and she asked for her professional opinion on drinking after a brain biopsy, and he said he had just gotten out of one, was insisting he was going to drink that night. And they come up and ask for advice. And then don't like the answer, apparently. And he said he was fucking done and stormed off. Jesus. Now that I've quit in the pharmacy, I still transfer a lot of pharmacy calls. And, like, literally, like, people will be like, they hate our automatic, like, voice system. Because it, like, you can't directly talk to the pharmacy. You have to leave a voicemail first, and then they call you back. Or if you call front store, we can transfer you, and then you can, like, talk to someone live. People get so fucking mad. They're, like, screaming at me, and I just go, transferring, please hold. like, my husband is, like, he's supposed to have surgery tomorrow. I don't know why it's not. Please hold. Transfer. I just, like, I don't know how to, they're like, you really can't like, there's only so much you can do. She cried in her hands while you rang her up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. She apologized and you told her you understand completely and she's okay. I'm so sorry that happened. And like right after surgery too, and then like kind of making a scene about wanting to drink again is just like, that's really scary for like everyone in the room. That's why, yeah, like I said, that's why I couldn't do the pharmacy anymore, because people were like yelling at me about their medical stuff and I was like, I can't handle this. Like, I would dissociate so bad in the pharmacy, like so bad. But yeah, I hope things get better at your work. Ahab, my grandfather quit drinking after having a fourth of his lung pulled while in the hospital recovering. Wild shit. 80-year-old with an opened rib cage tore apart a restraining chair. They prescribed him 6 beers a day after that. Oh my God. What was I blending with? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry you were put in that position. I'm sorry that it like reminded you of like past stuff. Yeah. That's just like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, like there's, I don't know. There's just like certain lines that like people shouldn't cross in public, you know, like the customers, like, I don't know. Like, but then like, then again, like at a health, like a retail health establishment, you're seeing people in like their worst moments too. So it's like very, very tough. Oh, I was supposed to blend my... I keep, like, repeating steps. I'm so dissociated. I need to do some deep breathing. Torn up sponge pad art. Sponge pad! SpongeBob big guy pants, okay. Torn up sponge pad art blending buddy. It feels so good that like I don't feel as embarrassed now when I like forget what's happening and you guys are just like, oh, this is what we were talking about, and I'm like, okay, thank you. More cheese. Sorry, the other part of DID is like forgetting language. More cheerful news of your life is you wore a dress to work for the first time. Oh my God. Looks extremely cunty doing it as well. That's awesome. What kind of dress? Am I powdering again? A-line, nice. You're wearing it now as well. Are you doing anything fun this weekend? You're seeing your friend Katie. Nice. Oh yeah, send a picture in the chat. That's awesome. She's very cool. I need like the fan to like just get my neck, I'm sweating so bad under my hair. That's the other thing with like really long hair is like, if you don't like make sure it's dry or like it has airflow, you can get like fungus and stuff because like the moisture gets trapped in your scalp. Big face brush is your favorite tool. Big ass fluffy brush. She's one of the best people, says people you've ever met in terms of being extremely supportive and chill about you transitioning. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Everyone needs like a friend like that. My friend Brooke was in here earlier. She's like one of those people for me. Also, for those who have not voted yet, please check the pinned comment. There's 3 topics for next week, 3 options. Please comment 1, 2, or 3 based on which one you would like to see. I think Crystal or someone suggested trans femme makeup tutorial, so that was the one I did this week. You knew her pre-coming out because we were coworkers and friends, so you were worried she'd always see you as a dude. So tea. Yeah. I'm glad she's really supportive. I need to do some like physical self-care. She told me at one point that she doesn't think of me as being any less a woman than she is, and you almost cried. Eden, I wish I had someone like that. All cis people friends you've met or tried to meet have been creepy. Yeah, that's why it's so important to like find safe spaces with other queer people and other trans people. Because otherwise the world looks really dark. You'd be low-key pissed if she comes out as trans mask though. Sorry, I'm trying to ground a little bit. You're not any less of a woman than I am. That's so amazing. Is actually a man. If you're referring to yourself, I'm taking your phone. If you're referring to them like possibly coming out as trans mask, then that's then that's really funny. Your mom said that for a week and then just went back to denaming and being transphobic. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. Is the road noise too much? I can close the window again. I'm worried that like the air conditioner is going to be too loud. And there's also fucking bugs coming out of it. I did my brows. I brush. I waterline. Okay, I need to like get all parts of me back on the same page and working on the same thing. We are doing makeup. We are doing makeup. Okay. Waterline brush. No glass bowl. Greg K. Morris, I can't get over how beautiful you are. Hope you don't mind saying so. Thank you. Oh my God, Brooke, you're still here. Hi. Wow. Thank you. That's so sweet. I'm like halfway through makeup and like I don't feel like it, but thank you. That's very sweet. Road noise is fine. AC is usually a little rough, but we can tell you how it is. Thank you. Chill for a little first. Did you say bugs? Bailey let all the flies into the window fan the other day. He did not. Oh my gosh. Did Sebago and Phoebe get them? Julia, your friend invited you to go to the ladies' room with her reasonably shortly after you came out, and that was really sweet. Oh my gosh! Yes! Oh, that... Every girl needs a friend like that. That's amazing. Oh my... Phoebe was trying to eat them. Phoebe is Brooke's cat. Brooke has amazing cats. You're Gorgina. No, you! Thank you. Road noise is too loud, but unfortunately it's not coming from the live stream for me. I'm sitting in my car in front of a busy road with my windows down. Oh, so it's your road noise. I'm doing the math. Oh, yay, okay. Makeup is getting easier. I'm getting less dissociated. I just need to find my palette. Like, honestly, talking to yourself, if you have DID, talking to yourself and being like, okay, we're safe. This is what we're doing. We're good. Really helps. It was really sweet and meant a lot how casual she was about it and how, like, she clearly expected me to use the women's room and wasn't weird about it. That's so cool. And that's scary, like, right after you come out. I used, an empty, like, I waited for, like, a women's bathroom in, like, a bookstore on, like some random ass day of the week when it was not busy, and I waited until there was no one in there, and then I went in there for the first time and was like, and I like was in the stall and I was like, oh my god, I'm in here, and then someone came in and like went past me while I was at the mirror, and I looked down, but it gets a little less scary each time, hopefully. My hair was also like this length, so I was just hoping that like I passed enough, but I've never had really like any problems in bathrooms. Oh my god, hi Ruby! Everyone, please follow Ruby. She's having surgery soon, and she's been doing this amazing series every day where she's like sharing like a fact about trans history in her countdown towards getting gender affirming surgery in Thailand in July. And it's been really cool, like learning about like Venus Extravaganza and all these people. I learned so much, and I try to repost everything I see. So I love you, Ruby. I had so much fun on your podcast too. I'm still so honored that you guys gave me that opportunity. That really, really means the world to me. And I hope you're doing well, and I love your dog. Julia, you ate the entire jar of pickles you just bought. I love that. You're an angel. Can't wait to go on yours. Oh my god, yes, no, please, like, if you guys ever want to, like, tape again soon for Kaleidoscope, I'd love to. I'll definitely be reaching out soon in, like, well, I want to start filming for Twath again in August, I think. We're trying to get through the end of this season, and then Mama needs a break. But then I really want you to be like you did for me, like, the beginning of season 3. I really want you to be like the beginning of our season 3. So, yeah, I'm very excited. So let's talk about, like, the rest of this season for The Will of the Hunted. We've had 2 back-to-back episodes with girls talking about their transitions, which is really cool. And then, if you know Afra from MTF School Trans Ed Tuesday, I'm having her on tomorrow, which will come out the week after. And she's been on a content break. So I'm excited to hear, you know, what her plans are for coming back and her updates on her transition. She started progesterone when we filmed last time. And then after that, I'm going to do a season recap episode because we've been on air since March. I'm a massive slut for pickles. What is pickles? Oh, pickles! I had to make sure I heard myself validate that. And then, so we're going to do a season recap. And then double finale is the plan so far. My friend Jaina is doing a full hour-long episode about getting out of a very controlling marriage and rebuilding her life. And she was on last season, but, like, we weren't able to really talk about everything. And now we're talking about someone who was my friend and her ex-husband who, like, ruined her life. And it's a very, very emotional, good episode. She survived cancer. She is, like, such a badass. She's, like, no lawyer, like, literally, like, fighting through the divorce process right now by herself, like, in her, you know, and like, her support system. So it's gonna be really good. I'm very excited for that. And then I'm gonna do one more healing journey update, which is just gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. Lots of progress, very happy, very proud. And then, you know, in August it'll be a year since we started The Will of the Hunted. Kaleidoscope has no pre-recorded backlog. Salami, avos, olives are ovals. My favorite color is 3. Have you seen that meme where it's like, name another fruit that begins with a color, and someone goes, oh, star fruit, and someone goes, so close, now it is a shape. Jill, you're going to the gas station to buy lifesavers and see if the cute transsexual girl is working. You didn't think cheese needed to be on the list because it's at the base of all food. Ruby, how are you feeling about getting so close to surgery now? Also, are you comfortable sharing which surgeon you're going to? I actually was trying to remember if you told me when I did this episode that came out with my friend Cass last week. She's getting hers done with APS in Thailand, or like she just did her consult with them. It's aesthetic plastic surgeon in Bangkok. Ladybugs keep landing on you and you're losing your shit, Eden. Girl. Things that fly must die if they get close to me. like spiders, I fuck with. They're cute. They're cool. The second something flies near me, I go into fight or flight. And I scream. Like, we have like these like stink bugs in the room, and like they're loud ass hummingbirds when they fly, and Mike kind of gets a little upset with me sometimes because I literally will be like, ah! Like in the middle of the night. And he's like, it's a bug, babe. And I'm like, it's not. It's more than that. It's everything it represents, too. Lay back, let the ladybugs hang. They are the good ones. You're going to... Dr. Chetasak at WIH. Chetasak at WIH. I'm going to write that down. So I remember. A ladybug pooped on you? All right, thank you, Ruby. I hope you're super excited. That's like, and also when we film, if we film in August or whenever you're healed enough, I would love to like ask you about your experience with all of that, like with getting surgery and stuff. So I think that'd be really awesome. They do NPI and aesthetics focused with aggressive depth in Stoked. Gotcha. My friend Cass is looking at zero depth, at like a similar surgeon. Yeah. Awesome. I miss you, Ruby. What part of my makeup was I doing? I did my brows. I did most of my waterline. I don't know where my brush went. Lock in. One of your colleagues has been watching your stuff on Instagram. You can see the watch list on Facebook now. Oh my God. Where's my waterline brush? Okay, God said no more waterline. There. Heard. And you're still stealth at work. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I really hope, like you said, you can kind of keep things like as good as they can be at your work until like you get your like, because you said you were trying to get your passport and stuff done first. I hope nothing bad happens around work for you. I still feel bad that you have to be stealth, but I understand like the circumstances that you've told me about. Blush. Should be fine. Okay. Cool. Also, this is a reminder for the bitches watching on YouTube. You can be part of these lives. Please join us on Instagram every Friday night from 7 to 10 EST. And yeah, have fun. Or like, we have fun. We're having a fun. And for the girls who are just like watching this recorded back too, if you have like questions or anything like people ask on live, you can comment them too, and then I can read them next time I go live. NPI is non-penile inversion. Oh, I did not know that. I'm learning. Oh, there it is. There's my waterline brush. Where's the thing that I wrote on? I have no idea. And I was just holding it. I have no idea. I'm gonna remember that. NPI. When you're 1,000 subs, we should go co-live. Yes. No cute transsexual tonight, Julia. We'll get him next time. Swoopy Kitty, or Eden, I'm so sorry. Fish emoji, that part. Fish. I love Ruby's quote. I don't know, you have to check out Ruby's podcast, Kaleidoscope. Bitch, I am the hot trans woman near me. There is no one else I would know about them. It's like, I laughed so fucking hard. That was amazing. Also, if you check out the pinned comment, we're voting on what topics next week's topic for MTF School should be. Please comment 1, 2, or 3, and I will tally your vote. I'm going to film all 3 of them, and the first choice winner will be the one that goes out next week. I've been putting them out every Friday morning, Eastern Standard Time. But then the good thing about these lives is it's made my life as a content creator so much easier, because then it's 3 hours of conversations I can just like cut from and cut all these bites from. It's so nice. You keep dissociating, and when you're back, all you see is the fishies. Fish are like my special, like a comfort interest, or like comfort aesthetic, or STEM, if you will. Why am I doing blush like up here? I don't know. Blend. I also want to say thank you to everyone who's been subscribing on YouTube, where I've been posting these. We could probably hit like 1,000 on YouTube soon, in like the next couple weeks. That's really cool. And I'm just like, I'm really thankful. We'll have to like figure out something special to do once we hit 1,000. Like a little like egg cake or something. I don't know. That'd be really cool. I forget people watch like my stuff. I just feel like I'm just like talking into the void a lot. You need to be funnier so you can make it into the reels more. Oh my god. Transitioning from chaser to T for T. Oh my god, but like it's just like, I don't know, you guys, like I just have so much fun with you guys, and like just like things that we say, like I think about, like on Saturdays I watch back the whole 3 hours, and like I post it on YouTube, and then I watch it back, and then I like write down, I log the interview, like, you know, I did like in my producing days, and I was like, you know, I kind of pick out like the best clips that I want to like, you know, do for reels, and do a good mix of like really fun stuff, and then like kind of some like deeper stuff, and like some trans stuff, and I have a lot of fun with it. But that's what I was trying to say. I think it's like, I used to be like, how the fuck do I like, you know, do a podcast at MTF School and then have time for more content lives? It's just like easy content to cut. Lifesavers are a candy donut. You're so right. I've never thought about it like that before. What? Wait, where? How did that conversation happen? A couple weeks ago, someone just started talking about Hillary Clinton, and I was just like, hello? What's going on? Oh, Ruby asked what lifesavers are. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I learned a lot about, the food that she and Luigi eat in China, and like we were comparing like what flavors of ice cream exist like here versus there. Hillary Clinton, was that you? Wait, was that you, Julia? I was talking about... I think we were talking about... like, Rochester, New Hampshire versus Rochester, New York or something. And I don't know. Some things... Oh, Cedar Rapids. Because I said Cedar Rapids. What was the connection to Hillary Clinton? I still don't understand. But Hillary Clinton... Justice for Hillary. Lock her! I'm just kidding. Lock her out. Just kidding. Benghazi. Powder. I need to, like... I'm trying to make sure I get my makeup done by 10. I'm trying to, like, make sure I'm still doing that, too. Yeah, I can't believe... Coming up on a year of The Will of the Hunted. That's insane. I'm gonna do a little, like, mini, like, documentary, kind of with all the behind the scenes clips of, like, before the first season and how we put it together. She put out a video of that in 2016, and it was a meme. Hillary Clinton's Just Chilling in Cedar Rapids video. I need to watch that. Thank you for keying me in on the reference. Pokemon Go to the Polls. I do remember that one. I think you mentioned that too. Oh my god, so this morning, they were doing construction. I don't know, power lines or something. They closed the road and were like, had like someone with a stop sign and everything. There was a police car like in front of my car, and then they were like, there's just like a random group of people walking down, like, not the sidewalk, like walking down like the other side of the street. Okay. Usually if it's a weird non sequitur, it's me making some dumbass connection. I appreciate it though. I love it. Sorry, I just heard yelling and I was just like, what? Okay, that's just loud. Oh, also, speaking of loud, train! My friend Parker released his new EP today. Stage name Parcher. Gay White Trash is out. It is so good. Please check it out. I'm gonna play one song. I'm gonna play my favorite song from the EP. Miss Train is back. She's got us covered. I was so used to it until I started like actually like content creating, and now it pisses me off so bad. And it shakes the whole house. It's a lot. Oh, okay. Parcher's new song, Kentucky Whore, I fucking love. You're trained sexual. Sure. The visuals are so cool. Also, he just performed at Pride. I'm so proud of him. You bit into a giant sweet tart, and it was so hard that when you bit through it, your teeth hit each other hard and your ears started ringing. Oh my god. And that is an exclusive snippet that is just public on YouTube of Gay White Trash by Parcher. That was the song Kentucky Whore. Very excited. I've been listening to Detour nonstop, Kim Petras' new album. I'm still listening a lot to Worst Girl in America by Slater. This shit is not chewy. You're losing a tooth on a sweet tart is crazy. Crazy work. Back to jellyfish. Eyeshadow. Fish. I love these lives so much, guys. Like, I really appreciate it. I really love hanging out with you guys. Like, these reels, they keep me going all week. Like, they keep me going through my therapy days. They keep me going through my tough days at work. Like, we'll just, like, say some funny shit, and I'll just, like, clip it, and I'll just, like, watch it on loop in the work bathroom and dissociate. Yes, eyeshadow. I love when I can remind myself. And in people with not people with DID, that's just called remembering. But for me, it's... Every time you say fish, I forget and think you're just complimenting AJ's makeup. We're glad to be here. It's a healing space you've got here. I can't believe... I mean, I'm still very in my head about all of this content creation stuff, and I still, like, am working through my own projections and fears of, like, oh, if I talk about this, which is, like, you know, everyone's gonna leave, or, like, everyone's gonna unfollow, or whatever. I was talking to my friend Parker, and I was like, one of, like, a bad habit that I've been, like, trying to break myself out of is, like my, like, following on Instagram, like, the, like, number of followers, like, bounces up and down constantly. And, like, when I was having bad days, I used to be like, oh, yes, I lost a couple, like, to, like, humble myself, or, like, kind of be like, oh, I don't deserve it. But I've been, like, breaking out of that and being like, you know, it's hard for me to process and wrap my head around, like, what that number means. And, like, you know, so I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm, like, watering a plant, like, it's getting bigger. You'll unfollow if you start talking about, like what? White power or some shit. Oh my god. Yeah. but I'm really proud of myself for like really committing to this, and just some of the feedback I've gotten, like from MTF school and from the Will of the Hunted. I had someone reach out to me yesterday and say that they didn't know they had DID, and they hadn't heard that word before hearing me say it, and are now talking about it in therapy. And I was like, hey guys, this week in MTF school, we're going to be talking about how the self will rise again. That's real worthy. Oh my god. Option 4, comment. Your options for next week are voice training resources, outfits and color coordination, brow styling, and the Third Reich. Choose your fighter. God. Brought to you by the transgender states of Tranistan. Brought to you by the transgender's daughter to the Confederacy. Number 4. Oh my god. I've also like been trying to figure out because like the Discord, okay, the parasocial thing too really gets me. I was like in our Discord last week and I got really dissociated because like something had happened at work, and I just like fucking went off in the Discord about it, and then I was like, oh wait, none of these people like know me in real life. Like I am probably like hella overstepping. And then I was like, you know, I don't know. It's still something I'm figuring out that balance of like how much to share online, how much to not share online, what people care about, what people don't care about. Trying to make sure that I'm, you know, taking enough time offline to protect my mental health and let myself do my healing and my grieving and my EMDR. So I'm trying not to like, I put my phone in my locker at work now. That's my rule, because I'll get really dissociated and just start like, you know. So I feel a lot better when I kind of like set very dedicated times for things. Ultimately, what you care to share probably matters more than what people care about. Wait, what you care to share probably matters more than what other people care about. Oh. Definitely, Ahab, definitely not all here for those ideas. They are foolish and tool of the hierarchy of class to divide working people of all varieties. This is the part where I stop understanding sarcasm and I start actually questioning if people are fighting. Remember when we had like a war going on about One Piece? That was an experience. This is just like when my parents would fight when I was a kid. Wait. Oh my gosh. I feel pretty confident that like no one here is a white supremacist. Like we all kind of are on the same vibe. But yeah, no, it's sarcasm, like over comment, like, and with my sometimes just like very black and white thinking with autism. I'm just like, okay, everyone's good. Sweet. Put makeup guy probably was, yeah. That was still crazy. And I kind of look back and I'm like, I'm really kind of sad that in that moment I did feel like I needed to respond to him and be like, oh, well, that originally was my goal. Like, but I also just didn't want to like assume that that someone was just being misogynistic to be misogynistic, and, but like, thank God you guys like backed me up and like made fun of that too, and that made me feel better. Cause like, that was a like really rough live. Like, I was like really fucking going through it, and like I didn't end up doing makeup at all because we ended up having like a support group, and like for him to just be like, why no makeup, was kind of like, ugh. It's also entirely possible that it was like an 8-year-old. True. Eden, I already can't tell sarcasm at all, but I indeed am sure no white power shit here. Yeah. Either an 8-year-old or an emotionally stunted adult. That's like... there's like a very interesting spectrum from like transphobia, direct transphobia, to trans misogyny to misogyny. And like, when you are on the trans femme spectrum, you can experience any and all of those. And like, it is so weird. It is so weird. But I gotta keep my gratitude journal or whatever, like all the things that I love about, how happy I am now, and like how much I can express myself, and like, that I worked so hard for this body, and I worked so hard to be where I am today. And I am very grateful for like the resources and the privileges that I've had access to in my transition. So I just need to focus on that instead of, people fish ? Instead of, people making me feel bad about being a woman. Women want me, fish fear me. Fishies. But there are kind of like non-scary pros sometimes to like being trans femme in public. Like when people start holding doors open for you, stuff like that. Like, it's just like, oh, for me. If you were a cis woman, you would squander your gender. You just know it. What is that? What does that mean? Well, I need to start reminding myself to look in the mirror as well, so that I'm actually blending. You're giggling to yourself in a dark corner. One of us. I sit on that box of toilet paper in the CVS employee bathroom, and I cry onto the floor, and then I watch funny memes, and I'm like, this is my life. This is the human experience. This is the trans experience. And then I come on here and like do makeup, and it's fun. I don't know where I was going with that. You look in the mirror and see a cute girl looking back, and you're like, let's go. Oh, if you were a cis woman, you wouldn't appreciate it. Corners are second only to tunnels. You would pee in the dark at your work. Oh, I want to share an autism thing that has helped me. So like I mentioned at the beginning, I had some lady yell at me today because I used a tissue, and she didn't specifically watch me like fucking put on hand sanitizer, and she yelled at me. I wanted to cry, so I went into the bathroom. I have half an hour on break at work, and I'm so overstimulated and dissociated. The best thing I found that works is I will use my phone as a flashlight, and I will turn off the break room light. So I'm in the dark, and then I just play Breath of the Wild and listen to the music, and I have like another light, and something about darkness, and like it removes a lot of like the overstimulation, and it helps me reset a lot faster. Sorry, I just got a message. You think you'd be resentful about being sexually harassed and shit? Which, like, yeah, it sucks, but it's much more worth it because you're joyous about your body. It is. Yeah. I hear you, girl. I think I'm finally getting to a point where I can kind of, for the longest time, I would only wear a sports bra because I was so afraid of like kind of accentuating those shapes, because then I didn't want people to like stare more. But now I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. This is like more supportive and more comfortable for me. So like, I can't change that. I can't change that men are gonna stare at my ass no matter what I'm doing. I can't stop that. I can't change that. That is on them. That is not my fault. And I have to remind myself that, you know, that I'm not doing something wrong by making people stare. That is just my body. You need to go disinfect your hands. No. It was crazy. And then the audacity to be like, oh, you have a uniform. That must make it easy to like pick out what you're going to wear every day. But retail kind of is a good barometer for how much I'm healing, because last summer when I started working as a cashier, I would like I'd have a man be aggressive with me, and I would black out at work, or I would like leave early. And now I may not even leave the counter. Now I'll kind of be like time to shut the fuck up and leave. Like, I literally have told a man to go before. And that was like this year. Last year, I couldn't. I would be so scared. I'm getting less scared. I love being less scared. It makes my days better. Makes my days easier. I'm already scared. You've come to somewhat not mind dudes checking you out if they're not like, it seems to be good. I think that's where we want to be. Overtly creepy about it. Yeah. There's a very fine line between like flattering and like creepy. And some people just don't have the self-awareness to figure out what they're given. Like, damn right, I'm hot shit. Sometimes it is flattering. Like, you know, like sometimes like it's just like, wow, this person finds me attractive. I'm gonna blush right now, and I'm gonna be really not subtle about it because my body is very obvious about that. And then sometimes if someone does the same exact whatever, I am like, ugh, or hiding. Like, I had this man once who, he like followed me around the store because I helped him with one thing, and he was like, oh, you're my best friend now. And I hid in the break room. You know what I mean? Like, it's luckily, like, I get to know some of the regulars, and I know who I'm not going to help and who I'm going to take a bathroom break when they are like shopping. You had a cute girl who flirted with me the other day, though. I have all these old lesbians that like flirt with me, and they are so mean to me. Like, I don't know why old lesbians, like, that's the thing, is the flirting is that like they are just like, So that's how you fold bags these days or whatever. It's like, whenever a man follows you, you have the urge to scream that I'm going to pee on them. You know, and they probably like that too. This is Biden's America. Eyeliner. But I love that I'm starting to feel less scared all the time. And that makes me overthink everything a little less. And I can like enjoy these lives a little bit better too. So, fish! You made a point of complimenting every single woman I interact with who has facial piercings. Uh-oh. That's the other thing too that's like weird is like even when you transition, like you'll always be trans in your mind. So like even if people chat isn't updating, it's still showing up for me though. Hopefully maybe it's just an error. Like sometimes I still like am surprised that I passed because like I just always am still in a place of like being MTF in my head no matter what is happening around me. So sometimes it's still like weird. But also my introduction to like being a woman was like being extremely, you know, like I just like was like inundated with misogyny. So I've had a very hard time kind of being like, oh, it's a good thing that people like see you as attractive or whatever, because I still am having a hard time convincing myself that doesn't make me a target, or like that isn't like a bad thing, you know, because a lot of times like if people say that I get more scared. But fuck, man, it's a big world out there and I don't know. I'm finally happy. Dad. I'm finally getting to the point where I can look men in the eyes again, which is essential for retail. But I usually get so ashamed and scared. So all the work therapy I've done is helping me get to that point where I can actually like have a conversation and not be scared. And there's a lot of really nice people. Like I just assume the world is like, I'm assuming everyone's gonna try to kill me. Like, so when I'm kind of starting now to realize that they're not, it's really nice. And it's like, oh my God, I'm having all these like interactions with people that are so positive that I just was not expecting, you know? Now, what the fuck is that? A feathered wing, apparently? Sure. You fluctuate between, like, you haven't been transitioning that long and feeling like it's been your entire life. Yeah. Sunflower seeds and shells are a powerful tool for slowing down, snacking. Ooh. An MTF school video on eyeliner. Is it Eden? Who's the girl in our Discord who, like, does it so fucking good? I can't remember. Thank you, though. I'm going to add that to the topic choice list for next week. I've also realized that, like, the reason I knock stuff over and, like, fuck up my makeup all the time is just because of being dissociated. And, like, while that does create some very funny things I can clip, it's still, like, it still gets very frustrating sometimes. I genuinely don't... That looks like a chicken foot. Do we hate? Do we love? Do we... It looks like a frog is, like, stuck in my eye socket. Girl, I don't fucking know. Maybe it's just camp and I'm just gonna roll with that. Fish! Fish is just my vocal stem. I never kind of fully grasp what good context, like, you guys are using it in, but I just like saying it back. Mascara might make that look somewhat more cohesive. It's balanced well enough. Fish. Some dude who works at this... Hold on. I need to tap back into this plane of existence. Some dude who works at the same store as you is into you and it's weird. Ooh. He keeps DMing you. I'm doing makeup. I'm on live. I'm in my house. Sorry, I'm dissociating so hard. Lipstick. Okay, I've done everything else. He's sending you voice memos and shit and sending himself making fuckboy faces. Ugh. To a coworker is crazy. Okay. Voice memos and selfies is wild behavior. And then he called you sweetie. What's that one expression with fish and man? The man who became fish. The philosophy of fish. The man who became fish. Give a fish a man. I used to not eat fish at all, and then Mike makes this like salmon, and then he like bakes it with like lemon wedges, and it's so good. You started playing Billy Joel on accident. You don't eat fish. Vegetarian. Didn't just choke on my water. Fish are like shiny plants. Yes, straw. I figured if I use this red straw, you can't tell if it's like covered in lipstick. I know it's past 10, I'm just gonna keep going. You should live alone. Finally, Sue should be able to do makeup and actually dress up. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad. It's straw wielding icon. This is some of the wackiest eyeliner I've done, but I'm not mad at it. It gives me a lot of questions. Everyone who is new here, please check out the pinned comment. We're voting on next week's topic for MTF school. Your choices are number 1, voice training resources, besides just like a tutorial, like where else you can, what are the best other resources that would, that are helpful. Number 2, how do you start choosing your outfits once you start transitioning? How do you color coordinate them? You get access to a lot more colors that are socially acceptable when you're presenting as female. And number 3, yeah, I know, it's funny. It's like everyone joins like right at 10. It's fine. Number 3 was, Oh, it's literally in front of me. Oh, I can't pull it up without unpinning it. And number 3, you'll see it when you click on it. I think it was, oh, it was social, like tips for like styling your hair and your brows, like when you start like socially transitioning, like very early transitioning, like baby steps. How do you start styling your hair? And like plucking your brows and stuff. It's very early. Thank you, Julia. Thank you so much. Okay, vote for number 2. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we have 2 votes for number 1, 1 vote for number 2, and 1 vote for number 3 right now. Number 4 is the third right. Number 4 is like kind of the like the red herring. Like if you, it's like if you vote for it like intentionally, we know what side you're on. Like it's the the divining rod. Like, are you for human life or against it? Or do you just want to know how to do cunty makeup? Option 5, summoning the undead. I have these like cute little baby hairs that are like curling. I'm just gonna keep powdering. It's cooling down now that the sun is down. Wow, I feel a lot less dissociated than I did a little bit ago. I love that. I still don't know where anything is, though. You low-key accidentally popped a titty out in public. A big blood on your chest? What does that mean? Titties out for Jesus! Where is my... Comment below if you saw where I put my powder. Oh, it's right here. There was a big mass of blood on your chest. Oh, are you okay? That's concerning. Wait, I'm just gonna check the mirror because everything looks like flat when I look into Instagram, or if I look at anything, because I'm gonna set my makeup with setting spray, and I don't know if the shine is gonna go away at this point. I keep powdering. You didn't have any blood candy this time? All your Tic Tacs are gone? I can't wait till like all parts of me continuously feel safer at all times, so that I don't like keep switching during live and then being confused about why people are being nice to me. What happened to the jellyfish? The jellyfish are sleeping. I never remember to put on the MTF school glasses on live anymore. And they are... Fish! Oh my god, if, I don't know how much, you guys have watched with Trixie and Katya. I realized that Jennifer Male Privilege, the reason I was doing it with a G, not only to differentiate from Jennifer Coolidge, that, there's this episode where Katya talks about, having a headless torso sex doll and named it Jennifer with a G, and threw it down Korniak's dump chute. And I remember laughing about that, like, for years. And I realized that's probably also why I used Jennifer with a G. And I was like, that makes sense. You respect the way you track your candy, you need to update your own logs. Tic Tacs can, I feel like those can, like, dislocate your roots, like, in your jaw. What would I do with hair? Okay, I have some hair curling gel spray. I think I'm gonna chill till 10:30 since we're like just still like hanging out. A lifesaver is a candy donut is gonna just be something I think about in the middle of the night and be like, you were so right. What is going on? Oh, I thought someone was calling someone else stupid. No, carry on. Oh, I have my best Pokemon cards ever here. I can show those. The Transfem to Evil Disney villain pipeline. You guys are bullying each other about the dimensions of Tic Tacs. Julia says Ahab, the first time I saw a come and go as an East Coaster, I lost my mind. I drove past a Buc-ee's. What is it? There's Buc-ee's, and then, was it Buc-ee's? I was in Georgetown, Kentucky, and Like, I swear to God, it was like Buc-ee's or something. It had like, I'm not joking, like 30 gas pumps, like in a line. I was like, I've never seen anything that big in my life. Like, Cumberland Farms in Wells, Maine has like 8. But like in the Midwest, it is like, you guys are on some shit. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Sorry, I remembered what part of me wanted to do. I have Lost Days. I love that card. It makes me think about like my memory loss and my like remembering things from my past. I have Mewtwo from the first movie, the Topps trading cards, holographic. Come and Go made me giggle the first time I saw it. A very talented artist, Sam Bullard, did this for me as a custom commission. Mewtwo EX. My first Pokemon card ever, Pikachu. Origin Form Dialga. Mewtwo. Team Rocket's Mewtwo. A gold or a metal plated Mew EX from our last pharmacist who left. Rest in peace. He was amazing and he gave me this for free. And then I have a silencer sticker from Acceleracers. And then these are my favorite cards of all time. And I keep these in like the glass. You used to love stealing cucumbers from your friend. Pikachu. Pika's right, bitch. So these are my best cards, my favorite cards. Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team. I remember pulling this out of my first ETB of Unified Minds in 2019, and this is everything to me. You douse them in copious amounts of vinegar. Oh, this is so beautiful. Shining Mewtwo GX from Shining Fates. Secret art. Oh, there goes my hand. Now my hand's shaking. Mike bought me this one, actually, for Christmas, I think. Then we have Mewtwo and Mew, the promo art from the Alternative Tim for Unified Minds. So cute. And then I have Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia, the statue art from Cosmic Eclipse. And a sealed Astral Radiance, because why not? Is there anything else I wanted to like show or talk about? Since we're in the final 5 minutes, please make sure you comment and vote. I don't think anyone else has voted. I don't think I've missed any. Pinned comment. Used to drink a lot of vinegar straight. I had some lady come up to me at CVS today and she's like, I just have to tell you the story. And I was like, sure, diva. And she was like, I forget what the context was, but she needed vinegar. What do you use vinegar for? Some kind of cleaning. She was doing some kind of cleaning for, oh my god, Julia blocked. Blocked. And they spilled like an entire thing of vinegar in their truck. We caught one, AJ, wrap it up, we got her. Like, you know, and guys, I was also like, you know, I'm trying not to read too hard into usernames sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, What do you mean by that? You know, referencing, like, you guys were kind of questioning one earlier, and I was kind of also questioning it too. Apple cider vinegar is a nice little nip here and there. Apple cider vinegar for her. What happened to eggnog? I'm on my 4th wash through of Ahsoka right now. I've had chicken tenders and mac and cheese 3 nights in a row. I love it. Eggnog is so good. You're an East Coaster, you get it. Eggnog is it. She's that diva. My new Parcher vinyl is coming. I'm very excited. Used to have 88 in your username because it was your childhood nickname. You didn't realize it was Nazi shit. Eden, you're headed out. Have a wonderful rest of days, wonderful people. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you back in Discord. Love you. Hope you had fun. Fish! Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here in 10:30 too. So I can film some MTF. So right now the winner is vocal training resources, but I will film the other ones as well. And I'll turn on my air conditioner and all the bugs will come through it, and I'm very excited. You've been out of work for 2.5 hours and still haven't drove home. That is the dissociation tea. Like, sometimes before I, like, did a lot of, like, my dissociation got better, I would sit in my car for an hour after I got out of work because I was so overstimulated until I actually was, like, with it enough to drive home. It's getting better though. I can actually, like, just get out of my car and, like, go into the house now. But usually I'm, like, so fried. Okay guys, it's 10:30. You're good to drive. You've just been locked in on the live stream. You're so sweet. Thank you for hanging out. It means the world. I have, like, almost zero perception of, like, how this shit lands, or, like, you know, how people are, like, how it's helping people. When I'm, like, watching it, like, dissociated, like, on, like, some weekday, like, watching it back, I'm like, oh my gosh, slay! Like, it's, like, people are, like, responding to it well. I'm proud of how I'm doing, and, the more work I do on my mental health, it's just gonna keep getting better, and I'm so excited every week to hang out with you guys on Friday, so I can't wait to hang out with you next week. Please stay in touch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the love you show me and all the support. Even parasocially, like, I can't tell you how much that means. So I really appreciate you guys. And thank you for making me feel like what I do is, like, valuable and important. So. But also, fish. Yes, send a picture of the dress. Sounds good. Good night, everybody. Bye, Ahab. Bye, Julia. Eden's already gone. Anyone else who's still here, thank you so much for joining. This will be recorded and put on YouTube tomorrow. So check out aj.offthehook on YouTube, where all the lives are. Merry Christmas and good night. And stream Gay White Trash by Parcher. Good night. Love ya.